How you doing? Joe here again, coming to you from the command center again. Today we're going to talk about that glare. I tell you, one of these days I'm going to figure out how to get that off my glasses, but try not to let that worry you too much. All right. Uh, 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 okay. Anyway, moving on. Today we're going to you about saving money. Saving money is one of the most important things you can do. There's several ways you can do it. We're going to talk about a couple of different ways today. But very basic stuff, nothing too hard. We're not going to get into all that yet. We'll get into that later in later videos. So first of all, you want to make your money work for you. You want to make it grow and have your money make you money. That's the whole the premise around compound interest. You know, your money makes you money is the easiest way to put that. So we're going to talk about CDs first of all. It's a pretty safe bet, and that's what a CD is a certificate of deposit. It's a great way to save money. Very safe. It's a very safe way to save money. You're not going to make a whole lot on a CD. I put $1,000 in a CD, and in a year, I think I made like 25 cents. But I didn't lose any money. And that was more money than I would have made had I had it in my just regular savings account. It's not, like I said, it's 25 and it keeps going. You know, started with 2 cents or 3 cents, whatever my bank rate was, and I kept going and I kept going, and then it was $1,000.02 rolling over into the next month. So slowly I'm making money on that. It's not a whole lot, but it's better than just leaving it in your bank account without getting anything on it. It's just a little bit better, a little safer. They can be they're safe, but they also have like a minimum amount to start. Like you need like 500 or 1,000 generally. Some will do it with no minimum. It's a couple bucks or whatever in there, but you have to have something in there so that you can save money. It could be 500 to 1,000. It could be 10,000 or 100,000. But you want the reason the banks want generally a minimum amount in there is because they don't want to deal with that. They don't be bothered with that small change stuff. You know, banks are there to make money too. So they want you to put in a certain amount so they know you're serious and that they can make money on your money. So, they generally have a term that you have to leave in there for 5 months, 6 months, 3 months, anywhere from 3 months I think is a minimum to 5 years. Once they do, and and then once your term's met, then you can withdraw without any penalty. If you draw early, a lot of times there'll be a penalty on that. Sometimes they won't do a penalty. Depends on your bank. It depends on who you take the CD through. That's the main focus for this. Is sorry about that. Taking my notes down. Is if you get your once you get your CD in place, they want you to leave it there because that's how they're making money. And if you're going to be taking it out, they're going to charge you for that. You know, it's your money. It's a way for banks to make money. But do your homework and choose wisely on that. But overall, they're a very safe investment, and you're going to make money on it. Even though it depends on how much you put in, depends on how much you make, depends on your interest rate that you get. So make sure that you know that you do your homework on these. You can just type in in Google. You can just go best CD rates or something like that, and it'll come up with a laundry list of good safe ones. Depends on what you qualify for with your credit score. All these factors play in when you're trying to make some money with your money. Now we're going to talk about the stock market. Now, stock market, volatility, especially this year with President Trump and you know, the possible trade war and what we're doing with China, everything that seems like everything he says has a direct correlation with how the index or how the stock market is going to go up or down. It goes up, it goes down, depends on what he says. It depends on what a lot of people say. If certain CEOs say something, the index fund or the stock market will move. If let's see, if China says something, our stock market will move. It really doesn't take a whole lot to get started in the stock market, contrary to popular belief. I think I started out with $150. You know, you can get there's some apps that you can do like Betterment, Robinhood app, and you can just you just set up a little investment for index funds. And index funds, you know, they're like I don't want to get too in depth with index funds because it's really complicated, and I'm not sure I quite fully understand it yet. But I'll get back to you on another video on that. But what they do. See, I wrote it down here. It's a fund where they spread your money out into a whole bunch of other individual stocks. They just do it for you, and it's pretty safe, but that's long term investment. But you're guaranteed. Well, nothing's guaranteed in the stock market, I guess. But the average return for the stock market and for your index funds is about 8 to 10% annually. But they do, like, that's the average. So one year it might be like last year, 2017, it was 19%. This year so far it's 4%. You know, averages take the big, take the little, and figure it out. Well, some years you might have a 4. Some years you'll have a 7 or a 19. Some years you'll have a 7. Who knows? It just depends on just the way the market rolls that year. And the third thing I want to talk about is budget. I mean, if you don't have a budget, what are you doing? How are you surviving? You know what I mean? Are you just watching your bank account and hoping you have enough money for everything? The average as of 2017, the average person, 50% of people have less than $1,000 in their in their savings account. 57% have less than $1,000. I fell into that for a long time, but that's ridiculous. I mean, if you do a budget and you can just pull out $10 a paycheck, that's only $10 a week. You'll have $500 by the end of the year. You know, that's pretty amazing. And you got $500 a savings account. 2 years, you're out of that 57%, and you got money in your savings account for a rainy day. You got a budget. You got to know what you're getting into. You know, you put down how much you make a month. You put your house payment on there. You put your electric bill on there. You put your gas, water, electricity, whatever it is you got coming out. You put that in, and you subtract the two numbers. You know, all my bills are this, and this is what I make a month. This is what I got left over. And then there you also want to put how you want to put savings to yourself. So you got a house payment, you got saving to yourself. Pay yourself first, and then after your house payment, you got to have somewhere to live. But pay yourself right there when you pay your house payment. Boom, house payment comes out, or rent, or whatever it is, savings. And then everything else is a bonus. You don't need all the luxuries that you think you need. I remember one time when I was in Japan, we figured it out. Me and my ex-wife, we spent $100 a week in coffee. And we're like, what are we doing? Drinking? We don't need as much coffee. That was a luxury that we didn't need. And we cut it out. We ended up saving $100 a week. That's nuts. So, I mean, the little things like that where you're not really paying attention can just add up. Um, so keep that in mind when you do your budget. You know, you got to make sure that that will eliminate, the budget will eliminate all that little stuff, so that you can focus on the big stuff, and then you can see like, okay, this is how much I have left over. Wow, where's it going? Oh man, it's going to coffee. It's going to beer. It's going to if you smoke, that's a huge one. You stop smoking, because that will just drain your bank account. It'll kill you, but I mean, it'll drain your bank account too. You know, all that stuff like that. If you're buying new shoes, or you gotta get the latest hat, you know, whenever it comes out, you know, probably don't need that every time. Save a little bit for a rainy day, and maybe go buy a hat after 2 or 3 months of savings. You know, treat yourself. So that's all I have for today. If you want to know something, if you want something, me to speak on something or research something for you, let me know. Put it in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys are liking these videos. Yeah, we'll just go from there. All right. Thank you.